Hello, welcome back to Vitality Power Pilates. My name is Hope and this is your 18-minute restorative Pilates workout. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel for more. Today we are going to do our workout with zero equipment, so meet me on your soft surface and let's get into it. Starting in our kneeling position, we're going to make sure our spine is straight through that upper body, rolling those shoulders down and back. Closing those eyes, just taking a second to be present with our body, breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth at your own pace. Last one. Inhale, lifting those hands up above the head, keeping those eyes shut, bringing the hands to heart center, setting your intention for today's workout, whether you're doing this first thing in the morning, starting your day on the right note, or winding down with me. I'm so excited to move with you and help you recharge your battery. Taking a second to be present, inhaling one last time before we get into our movement. Exhale, peel those hands apart from one another, float those hands down, roll those shoulders back a few times. You can start to open those eyes if you feel comfortable. Bringing those shoulders to neutral, sending those hands out to either side of the body and lifting up through those knees, dropping those hands down. We're finding a state of flow through our body. We move with ease through the next 18 minutes, feeling our strength radiate through our limbs, through our abs, through our breath. Finding clarity on our mat to take us out into the real world. You're here for 4. Lift up, squeeze those thighs for 3, 2, 1, lower it back down, drop those hands down, lifting up all the way and lowering them down. Big half circles right here, lift and lower. One more time, reach up high above that head and lower yourself down, hands float down. Taking those hands both down into your palms, facing the top of your mat. We're coming into our tabletop position. We're gonna let our hips open up, dropping our belly down towards our mat, lifting up through our head, letting that belly hang low, and then scoop it back in, arching through that spine, dropping our neck, letting everything go as we flow through this. Squeezing everything back in. One more time, letting that belly drop, open up through those hips. Lifting the crown of the head. Scoop it back up. This time we come back to neutral, gaze is right between those hands. I'd like you to keep your tabletop position strong. And then lift your right bottom half of that leg off of the mat, keeping the knee down and twisting through that knee. So the back of your leg is looking a little bit funny, like a little dog wagging its tail. Squeeze that leg together for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to neutral, drop that leg down. Left leg lifts up, keeping that knee onto the mat, lifting through that leg and wagging it from side to side. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can start to wag in that spine, start to move through that body, rotating through those shoulders as well. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to neutral, drop the leg down. Good work. From here, we're gonna lift both legs off of the mat. Squeeze them up through that leg and drop them down. Lower top of the foot back down to the mat. Lift it up, squeeze the legs together, and drop it down. 2 more. Gently lifting those legs up. Beautiful. Dropping those feet down to the mat, tucking those toes into the ground, and sending that booty up, upper body through those arms into your pike position, your downward dog. From here, I'd like you to try to drop both heels down to the mat, feeling your stretch through the backside, and then lift them both up, coming up onto the balls of your feet, and drop them both down. Try to get them to touch the mat. Whew, good. Backside is feeling super long right here. Lift back up onto the balls of the feet. Roll yourself down forward, meeting me in your elevated tabletop position. From here, dropping the knees, untucking the toes, and coming back to your child's pose. Pressing back up through that body, coming to your tabletop, and lowering back down. Finding your momentum right here, lifting through that upper body, and then send it back. So your head's not coming all the way down to the mat at the moment. We're just pressing it back and lifting it up. 1 more time. Squeezing those abs throughout this entire movement. Good. From here, we're gonna tuck those toes in, lift up into that elevated tabletop, and do the same thing. You're holding yourself back, and come up to your tabletop. Inhale as you take it back. Exhale as we bring it forward. Good, 2 more. Last one. You hold it here, drop the knees, and lift the knees. Squeezing that belly button back towards your spine to ignite that core. You're here for 5, 4, 3, straight spine, 2, 1. Lower it down, untuck those toes, coming down onto your left side. Legs stack on top of one another, hips are square to one another. Right hand goes to that hip. We lift through that top leg, flex the foot, and point the foot. Flex. Good, as we flex, we feel that thigh start to turn on, our biggest muscle right here. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Point it out through that toe. Give me a little lift, that little pulse. Good, give me 10, 9, 8, recharging your batteries right here, giving back to you. If this is the only time in the day you have for yourself, thank you for spending it with me. Your body thanks you, your mind will thank you. Last 2. Last 1, good job. Lower that leg down, bring both legs in 90-degree bend. We're gonna lift up through that top leg and lower it down. So your feet are staying connected. You're just opening up through those knees. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze that outer glute. Last 1, we lower it down. Rotate back just a little bit onto those hips. I'd like you to bring your legs up into the air, open up through those knees. Top hand can come up for that extra balance work. We're gonna send those legs out long, feet stay connected, and pull them in. Extend them out. Control through that core as you pull the legs in, squeezing those inner thighs. Last 2. Last 1. Pull it in. Good. Send those legs out long. Come back to your center line. Drop the hand. Pull those legs in one last time. From here, we're gonna send that top leg out straight. We're gonna bend through that knee just a little bit, so tucking that foot back in towards your body, lifting up through our side body, finding that single leg side plank. Hold it here. Start to tuck in that leg and that arm. You're only here for 5. Find your space for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it out. Lower the leg down, dropping the arm, bringing it back to those hips, and sitting up tall on your left side. Tucking both legs back in together one last time. I'd like you to send up that hand, pushing through that palm, finding your side bend in your left side. Good, come back to center, switching sides. Right forearm is now coming down to the mat. Hips are square, parallel to each other, stacked on top of each other. Legs are long. Hand goes to that hip. We bring up that top leg, flexing through that foot and pointing. Good work. Feeling that thigh turn on right here. Last 3, flex it towards your face. Last 2. Last 1, keep that toe pointed, lift through that top leg. Good work, you're here for 10. You can take that arm up for a little bit more balance challenge if you'd like to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze that core for 2, and 1. Lower the leg down, dropping the hand down. Bring those legs in 90-degree bend, keeping the feet down to the mat, and just opening up through those knees right here. Squeeze. Like you've got that resistance band between those legs. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring them down. Good job. Lift them up. Rocking back onto that back booty just a little bit. Hand can come up. We extend and pull them back in, separating through those knees. Feeling that bend through those obliques. You're here for 5, 4, 3, close the knees and open for 2, for 1. Good, lower those legs down, straighten out that top leg, bending in just a little bit more through that bottom leg. We're gonna lift up through that mid body, lifting the leg, holding it here for 5, 4, finding your space. We crunch it in 3, 2, 1, crunch, extend your best 5, 4, pointing through those toes for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower everything down, bringing those legs on top of one another once more, pressing through that body, lifting up through that hand, and finding your space. Good, stretching it back, turning onto your back side to finish with a little bit of abs. We lower our booties down firmly into that mat. We take our C curve, planting those feet into the ground. Knees are bent. We lower back down gently through that spine, coming into our position with our shoulders lifted off of the mat, bringing those legs into your tabletop, taking the hands to one leg, sending out the other. Good, holding it here. Breathe it. Rotate those legs, other knee comes in towards that chest, pulling on our knee, and bring it in. So we're working on that whole coordination right here for 10, 9, squeeze those core muscles right here, 8, 7. Chin is tucked in towards that chest for 6. 5. You can do it. 4. 3. 2. 1. Both legs come in. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders down onto the mat. Good work. From here, bring those legs into your tabletop and rolling yourself up. Extending those legs out long. We're gonna take our right hand up into the sky. Our legs are pointed, long, lean legs right here. We're gonna bring opposite leg, opposite hand. So working on those hip flexors and our side obliques. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll that arm back all the way. Other arm comes up. We have the same thing on the other side. Squeeze that leg as we lift. You feel it in that lower tummy right here. Squeeze that belly button back towards your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll that arm back. Hands are now facing the back of your mat. I'd like you to send your belly button towards your toes, sending that head back. And cave in through that spine, feeling nice and loose. One last time, lifting up, lifting that chest up. Belly button towards the top of that mat. And lower that body back down, caving in through those shoulders, letting that chest feel little. And breathe in one last time. Expanding through that chest. And bringing it back to neutral, bringing those legs into your crisscross seated position. You can stay where you are. I would just like to face the device to finish strong with you, lifting up through those hands, bringing them down to your heart center, pressing in towards your palms. Elbows come out. We repeat after each other. I am strong. I am greater than the challenges that I face. I am capable of everything I set my mind to. I find clarity through movement. I find peace through moving my body. I find joy in this space. Inhale with me to finish off strong. And exhale through the mouth, giving yourself a big round of applause. Amazing work. I hope you feel as connected to your body as I do. If you're enjoying these workouts, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel so we can continue moving together. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.